Hey, hello everybody. Hey guys, welcome to MMW. Uh, Today is Wednesday and you are joining your girl Reg and I'm joining you from Perth, right? And like I always say, life is good, God is great, and situations are awesome. When we go through a situation and challenges in life, guess what? They make you unbeatable, unbreakable, and man, you are undefeatable. This is the African story, and you guys are welcome. I'm so thrilled that you're joining me this morning. So, wherever you're joining me from, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night and good day. I am super excited. I am going to KISS, keep it simple and stupid, and we will be out of here in time. So, all things relationship. Last week we talked about support in a relationship and what it looks like and what it means when your partner say, I feel like I'm not being supported by you. So today we're talking about toxic people in a relationship. Wow. Yeah, we are talking about toxic people in a relationship and what that means for your relationship. It can mean two things. Actually, no, it can mean one thing. Either make a decision and let go of your relationship. That's just what it is. So, toxic people in a relationship, in your relationship, okay? Toxic people in your relationship. I'm not talking about are you involved in a relationship with a toxic person. I am talking about external forces that influence your relationship in a negative way. So those are toxic people that are influencing your relationship. So these are the people I'm talking about. Allowing toxic people in your relationship. So, if you are involved in a relationship where your partner has expressed concerns that he doesn't like the friends that you hang around with, that he doesn't like, or not he, that they don't like the friends you hang around with, that they don't like the friends or the people you choose to spend your time with, it can mean one or two things. Number one is either they are super controlling, that they want to control your life, that they want to control the things you do, they want to control the people you spend your time with, or it can mean that the people that you're hanging around with, that the people you choose to spend your time with, the friends, that they have a negative effect on you and therefore should not be involved in your lives. Again, if your partner has expressed concerns about the friends you hang around with, about the people you choose to spend your time with, it can mean one or two things. Number one is either he is super controlling or she is super controlling. And number two, it can be that the people or the friends you choose to spend your time with, they have a negative effect on you and therefore they should not be involved in your lives. So, if your partner come to you and say that, you know what, I'm worried about the people you're hanging around with, or I am worried about this particular friend that you choose to spend your time with. I don't want you spending time with them because I feel like, they're not good for you. What are you going to say? What will be your response to their concerns? Well, it's a difficult one because you don't want to give authority to somebody to tell you what you can and can't do, or the people you should or should not spend your time with. But it is essential and it is important if you are to, bring your relationship to a healthy place, if you are to make your relationship work, and if you are to support the other person and listen to their concern, it is very important that you take into consideration what they're saying to you and what the concerns are. So if you are somebody and you are experiencing this and your partner has expressed that they don't want you hanging around with the people that you're hanging around with because they believe they are a bad influence on you or negative influence on you, what you can do to make a decision is to have a conversation with them. Okay, ask your partner some important logical questions, and from those questions you can decide, are they controlling me, or do these people actually have a negative effect on my life or something. So what you can do is ask them, say, okay, I've listened to you, I've understood what you said. However, I would like you to make me understand why you feel that this person or this group of people are bad for me or have a negative effect on me or are not good to be involved in my life. So if you ask them or if you ask your partner those questions, you are giving them an opportunity to tell you furthermore of what they think about your associate. And that way you can draw logic from their concern. So they will come forward and they will tell you like, okay, this is what I think. This is what I think. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. And because of this and because of that, I want you to disassociate yourself from them because I believe they are not healthy for our relationship. So if your partner have given you reasons why they don't want these people or that person involved in your life, it is now up to you. It is now your responsibility to assess, okay, based on what they have told me, are they being controlling? Because they haven't given me enough information. They haven't validated what I wanted them to. They haven't really told me anything logical about that person that will make me stay away from that person or those people. So are they being controlling? Or you can go and say, you know what, actually, they're right. They have given me enough reasons. They have given me examples. They've told me this and they've told me that. And I think they are actually speaking from a logical point of view. So therefore, I should disassociate myself from those people or that person. So it is now up to you to prioritize what is important to you. Is it important for you to be associated with those company that your partner doesn't like? Is it more important to you to keep your friends, the friends that you hang around with, the people that you choose to spend your time with? Is it more important to you to be in their company, or is it more important to you to preserve your relationship? So whatever it is, once that concern has been brought to you, you have a responsibility as to your partner to reassure him or to reassure her that, okay, I hear what you say, you speak from a logical point of view, therefore I am going to make a change and find healthy people or healthy friends to spend my time with. Because keep in mind, the more you spend your time with toxic people, the more they put the toxicity inside of you. Okay, let me just make an example out of that. Let's say, for example, you and your partner will have a fight, something that is too little. And you will go to your friends and explain to them like, oh, my partner and I, we had this. Because they are toxic people, although that fight isn't anything great, they will put too much toxicity into you that will make you take that issue much further than you should have. It will make you demand more things from that person that you shouldn't be demanding, only because toxic people have put toxicity inside you, and that is going into your relationship. So if you have friends that disrespect your partner or speak ill of your partner in any way, or speak disrespect their action in their perception, or engage in risk-taking behavior, or you have friends who engage in risk-taking behavior, or you have friends that don't speak anything positive about your partner whatsoever, especially when you two have a fight, then it's about time that you disassociate yourself from them and find good and healthy relationship that will bring positivity in your relationship and that will bring positivity in your life. It's a total different thing if your spouse or your partner is doing the wrong thing and people are speaking about it like, what, you shouldn't tolerate this because it's always looking down on you. But it's a so different thing if you and your partner have a little misunderstanding and he is kind to you, but you have a misunderstanding and toxic people are trying to feed onto that misunderstanding only because they don't mean well for you, only because they don't have respect for your partner, or they perceive him to be, or they perceive her to be that sort of way, or even themselves, they're just unhappy people. You need to be able to recognize toxic people and not allow them into your relationship, because keep in mind that wherever toxic people go, they release toxicity. Okay, they release problem. Everywhere they go, they release problem because they are genuinely toxic people. So it is your responsibility as a man, as a woman, to understand that these people that I'm hanging around with, this friend I'm hanging around with, how do they impact my relationship? Do they impact my relationship in a better way? Do they impact my relationship in a negative way? It's me hanging around with them, it's me spending my time with them, benefiting me, and how does my partner feel about it? And if your partner bring it to your attention, like, you know what, this person or these people have a negative effect on you and the way you treat me in our relationship, and I don't want you hanging around with them. If you don't make a decision to prioritize your relationship over those people, if you don't make a decision to prioritize your partner over those people, it's going to cost you something. And it's going to cost you something. That thing is, it's going to cost you your relationship, and it's going to cost you something better. Something that should have been good for you is going to cost you that only because you couldn't prioritize who is more important to you, what is important to you, and you did not value your partner or their opinion or their concerns enough to take them into consideration. So be careful. Whatever relationship you're into, be careful and spot out toxic people and do not bring them into your relationship, especially if you have friends who have bad behaviors, if you have friends who are doing the wrong thing, if you have friends who are engaged in risk-taking behavior, and you know that they are no good, and your partner know that they are no good, and they have expressed to you that I don't want those people around you. They are not being controlling. They are worried about the effect of these people over you and in that relationship. And if you know what is good for you, you need to make a stand. You need to prioritize what is important to you. And you need to make a decision, because whatever you choose, if you choose your friends over your partner, it's going to cost you your relationship, and you will have yourself to blame. So work on your relationship, identify who toxic people are, and try to disassociate yourself from them, and find healthy relationship that you can engage with that can bring positivity in you and in your relationship.